everyone, welcome back to the Tarot Tanvi. I am Tanvi, these are my tarot cards. This is my studio and I cannot film outside because it's very noisy where I live in. Okay, so I'm gonna pull these tarot cards towards the end of this video, and so please stay with me. So I'm gonna tell you one technique about tarot cards. And of course, before I say that, I just want to say that I do not believe in rules and regulations in my life, and even when I'm reading tarot. So it's not like this is a short rule, okay? And I'll explain how. So every card that comes up, for example, I just pulled a card out randomly. So we have Temperance in the reverse, okay? If you have this in the upright, the meaning is a little different. And when any card is in the reverse, the meaning changes. However, before I explain this concept, I just want to say that it's not necessary to read a card in the reverse. Okay, so for example, sometimes when the card is in the reverse, I feel like I do not want to read it as a reversal, okay, as a reversed card. So it does not mean that when a card is upright, or it comes up straight like this, it is positive, and when it's reversed, it's negative. It's definitely not like that. How tarot cards should be read is purely by your intuition. Okay, there should, ideally, this is like I explained in one of my previous videos, that this is a language. This is a tool to communicate with your spirit guides, with the universe, with God, with your ancestors, angels, whoever you believe in. So with this tool, understand that this is a language which is specific to you, to the person that's reading these cards. So the meaning of every card might be different from the rule book for every reader. Okay, so the interpretation can differ. So similarly, when a card comes in the reversal, this can differ from reader to reader. For example, my interpretation might be different from another reader. Similarly, my interpretation for one person, when the same card is upright, for example, if client 1 comes to me and I get this card in the upright, I would interpret it differently. At the same time, when client 2 comes to me and this card comes in the upright, the same card comes in the upright, I would interpret it differently, or in a similar way, depending on what I feel. Okay, so how that works is like, whatever is the first thought that you get after you look at a card, be it in the upright position or in the reverse, is what the card wants to say. Okay, so this could be that when, for example, when you pull a card out, you might get an upright card, but you might feel that the message is not as conventional as this card is saying. So whatever you feel in the moment is very important, okay, when you're reading tarot. So yes, I just wanted to say that, you know, every card's meaning changes when it's upright, and it changes when it's in the reverse, the same card's meaning, or it may or may not change. Okay, so when explaining like how to read tarot, I just ask people to learn to trust their intuition more and more. Because this is the only way to read tarot or your birth charts as well accurately, okay? Because understanding of things not being the same way for everyone, okay? For example, there's no one size fits all solution. So similarly, there's no one rule that applies to everyone when it comes to tarot, or when it comes to reading a birth chart, or when it comes to numerology. Okay, so this concept needs to be very clear. It's important to understand, even as a person who's interested in getting tarot readings. Okay, because you should understand that the person that you're getting a reading from should have this much of an awareness and discernment to make you to understand that yes, the meaning is not always the same for every person that comes to that reader. Okay, so be very mindful of these facts, because like I said in my previous videos, it's very easy to encash fear, okay, in any field, but I see that especially in these fields, it's very easy for people to encash fear. So we should be very mindful of what we are consuming as a client or a customer. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 2 cards. So the first card is the 8 of Swords in the reverse, and the bottom deck is the 2 of Swords in the reverse. This is very interesting because the 8 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, you see, like, this is there's a lady that's stuck in these swords and is blindfolded. Okay, and the 2 of Swords is also a lady that is blindfolded and has 2 swords, like the guards up. But the interesting thing is that both these cards, which are blindfolded, are in the reverse. So I would say that these cards interpret, because they're in the reverse, when they're upright, they would probably signify that when we are feeling stuck in a situation, when we are unable to see the truth of our lives clearly. But when it's in the reverse, I would say that this means that, congratulations, you're able to see things from a more clearer perspective. Okay, and because it's again in the reverse, it also means that you're breaking free from the bondages of the world. Okay, bondages. So you see that this woman is also tied up. It means, and because it's in the reverse again, it means freedom. It signifies trusting your gut and not being afraid. So I guess that is the message for you today, that trust your gut and you would never, ever be disappointed. Don't be afraid of temporary disappointments, okay? And trust that for permanent happiness and fulfillment in life, everything is happening right now for a beautiful reason, and life will make sense and your problems will soon make sense. Okay? So yes, that's all that I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful in some way, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.